Date rape is a very traumatic experience. If you feel uncomfortable or want help, there are resources you can use at Utah State such as CAPSA, NAMI, and the Title IX Department. Part of the problem with understanding date rape is that there are varying research methodologies, including different sexual assault definitions, measures, assessment timeframes, and low response rates that hamper efforts to define the scope of the problem. Date rape should never happen, and there are quite a lot of misconceptions about date rape. I would like to address some of these misconceptions. Adolescents and young adults are 4 times more likely to be victims of sexual assault than women in all other age groups. In the vast majority of these cases, the perpetrator is an acquaintance of the victim. Date rape is a subset of acquaintance rape where non-consensual sex occurs between 2 people who are in a romantic relationship. One study identified factors that perpetuate misperceptions about men's sexual victimization, such as reliance on traditional gender stereotypes, outdated and inconsistent definitions, and methodological sampling biases that exclude inmates. In one study, among the 139 women who were forced to engage in vaginal, anal, or oral intercourse, sexual assaults that involved physical force produced the most severe negative outcomes. Situations that involved the woman being too intoxicated to resist differed from others primarily in terms of how much alcohol the man and woman consumed. Although the types of sexual assault were perceived as being at least moderately serious, verbally coerced assaults were on average perceived as being the least serious. These findings suggest that the perpetrator's tactics affect women's responses to sexual assault. This does not mean if the victim was verbally coerced that their trauma is any less important or real. It is always important and expected to believe the victim. That is the first step. Another study examined the association of adolescent self-reported sexual assault victimization. No association with gender, age, or parents' education was detected. However, adolescents in non-traditional households, living with one parent, grandparents, or other, were more likely to report rape than youth living with both parents. Adolescents who were one race or ethnicity were less likely to report being raped than those in the multiple race category. Sexual assault intervention programs should account for a teenager's living situation, and prevention efforts may benefit from targeting individuals in non-traditional households. The lack of an association with either gender or socioeducational status indicates that all children are at risk and that school-based programs should be broadly targeted. There are a lot of factors that play into sexual assault and date rape. Sometimes we think that we won't know the person or that it won't happen to us. However, these are clearly wrong. A small step that can make a huge difference is believing the victim and listening to their story. Furthermore, just because something like this may have happened to you, does not make you any less lovable or weak.